Still a terrible time to buy a car. However, here in the
Yes.
YAA community, folks are saving thousands of dollars by simply being educated and standing up for themselves, putting in a little bit of work and getting some assistance from us, Pops. Got a success story here from Dan. Wanted to read it out to you, okay?
Yes.
All right, save $2,200 after the purchase. Dan
Wow.
says, I watched your videos religiously for months before making my purchase. I was buying a used Veloster N Performance Blue manual, not easy to find near me at the time. Mentally, I thought I was prepared for everything. I was able to negotiate an extra $2,500 for my trade-in.
Okay, very good.
Perfect example of
Yes.
why you need to negotiate the
Yes.
selling value of your car.
Yes.
And I was able to get out the door with no add-ons. It was a used car and I got a fair price. I asked all the right questions. However, the one question I forgot to ask was the interest rate.
Of course,
Complete
yes.
brain fart.
That happens.
Now, Pops, one thing I would just want to comment quickly. Mentioned you got a fair price
Yes.
on his
Yes.
purchasing the used car.
Yes.
We got to keep the lights on here, so I got to remember to do our ads. You
Yes.
can get a fair price for a used car by using our market price reports and also by using the Black Book trade-in valuation, the YAA trade-in valuation. We are currently running
Yes.
the 15% off promo for July 4th. So
Oh,
just
wow.
use the code July 4 if you become a YAA member.
So that would be July and the number
Number
4. Very nicely done. Declare your independence from high prices, ladies and
Gotta
gentlemen.
remember to do our ads.
Yes.
Once I was done signing and starting to walk away, the bell rung in my head and I thought, oh crap. And I asked the finance guy. He told me 5.6%. Again, he forgot to ask what the
Yeah.
interest rate was. My head almost exploded. I have an 814 credit score. There's no way my rate was 5.6%.
Well, there's no way his rate should have been 5.6%. There was a way for his rate to be 5.6%.
So as I wallow in self-pity about my stupid mistake, I watch some more videos. It just so happens that on the exact day my bill came in the mail, you guys were talking about a person who had refinanced their loan immediately after buying their car. So I thought maybe I can do that too. I was headed to my bank anyways, so I'll just ask when I get there. I spoke to the bank manager and she said they have been doing a ton of auto refinancing lately and she would write me up a loan contract. She got me a loan at 4%, down from 5.6, and it only took 4 days. Also, I was only in the bank for about 20 minutes from beginning to end. My payment went down $32 a month.
Wow.
And it only cost me $90 in closing fees. So in the end, your advice saved me an extra $2,200 after the purchase. And since it was only within 60 days from the date of purchase, the finance department doesn't get the commission on the loan they tried to take advantage of me on. I couldn't be happier or more grateful.
That is like killing two birds with one stone there, and
So,
and really upsetting the F&I manager.
So obviously, Pops, we talk a lot on this channel about how you should negotiate interest rates. For someone who's new to the channel, can you
Yes.
please explain why? And then can you also explain one of the things to kind of, I'll say a yellow or red flag to watch out for that would have made this impossible or more difficult for Dan if he had a loan that included it. You know what I'm alluding to?
Prepayment penalty? Yes, and most loans don't have that. So, dealerships, I'll do my best to explain it again. Dealerships, this is what's known as indirect lending. You are not going directly to the bank. The dealership is going to the banks on your behalf. Because it's indirect lending, the dealership gets an approval from the lending institution. And that approval in this case was probably 3.6% for the buy rate, the rate that the dealership was going to be charged for the money, to finance the money. The dealership has the opportunity to increase the percentage rate and get some of that back as additional profit to the dealer.
Yep.
And most dealers try to increase the rate by 2%.
2 basis points.
Yep. So if the buy rate was 3.6%, the dealership sold the money for 5.6%, and they participate in that extra 2% worth of interest that's being charged.
Which is a lot of money.
Over a 72-month period of time, it is a ton of money. It is how most finance departments make a big percentage of their back-end income. So you have to remember to, A, you need to know or have a good idea as to what your credit score is. B, you need to ask, what's my interest rate before you sign anything? C, you need to say, by the way, what was the buy rate on the loan approval and how much are you marking that up?
And D, Dad, probably most importantly, have a pre-approval from
Yes.
the bank before
Oh,
you even
absolutely.
go. Save yourself the 20 minutes afterwards and the headache and
Mhm.
wallowing. Have a pre-approval.
Yes.
Which my gears are spinning right now as we're filming this. Why is there no website out there or no service where you can get like credit unions competing for your business as a pre-approval for an auto loan? Why doesn't that exist?
Well, it does. It's called Lending Tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So use Lending Tree. I don't know. I've never used Lending Tree. Lending Tree sounds spammy though, but what do I know?
Well, it's not. I mean, I've used them in the past.
Okay, there you go. So use
Yeah.
Lending Tree.
Yeah. I mean, so there are, and their whole slogan is, you're better off when others are
Compete,
competing
yeah.
for your business. But the point is, you should always go into the dealership with a pre-approval. You should always know what the worst case scenario will be for the interest rate, which is the interest rate you were given on your pre-approval. That should be the worst case scenario. And in some cases, that'll also be the best case scenario. But yes, Dan thankfully saw the video that reminded him that he needed to check the interest rate. And thankfully, he overcame that brain fart. He saved himself $2,200. He stuck it to the man, so to speak, or the woman, whoever the F&I person was. And yes, that dealership will get a charge back from the bank for the money that was advanced to them for the presumed extra profit that they were going to have on that loan.
Yeah. And you know what, Dan? You get the Do It Pops right in the middle, right there.
Boom! The Ray Shefska stamp of approval.
If you're in the market to buy a car, please share videos like these with your friends because seriously, $2,200 is like a lot of money.
Pay for our trip to Montreal.
Pay for our trip to Montreal. Yeah. That would pay for my rent for a month. Like this is a lot of money.
No, absolutely.
Seriously. So like all you gotta do is be it. Not all you gotta do.
No.
The dealership in the F&I office. Part of the reason Dan had a brain fart, Dad, is because he kicked butt on the front end and then he's like, cool, I'm good.
Yeah.
The whole way it's structured is so that then you have to like go to battle again, which is stupid. Anyway, share the video with a friend. Join as a YA member. We got the promo running right now.
Yeah.
Too.
Remember, that would be July and the number 4, and that can save you 15%.
Nicely done, Pops.
Yes.
Nicely done, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks for reacting to this.
My pleasure. Thank you, handsome.